Hi, welcome to Bella's Yoga Room. This is officially my first little flow that we're posting. Thanks for coming along. This flow is really just a brief one that you can drop into anytime. Sort of the theme today is about a bit of a confidence boost. I'm feeling a little bit nervous posting my first video. And so this might be relevant for you if you've got a big conversation, if you've got an interview, a test, something, you need to have a conversation. Or just feels like in the middle of the day, bit of a slump, want a bit of a boost, shake it out. You're in the right place. So if you've got a mat, get that out. You have like a bit of space, about the size of a towel, or use a towel if you only have a towel. And let's get started. We are going to start in our seated position. So that can be also if you're calling in from a lunch break, feel free to start on the chair. You can sit up on a block if you've got one, or roll up a towel, blanket. That can just be really helpful when we're starting out to open up, have a bit more space in the hips. So I'm going to come into just a cross-legged position, sitting up on that block. And we're just going to really try and just still the body, and noticing as you still the body, the mind sort of takes over. So maybe all of that to-do list is coming up already. Just trust that this is the right thing. This is the best place for you to be right now. Give yourself this time, that permission. So maybe resting the hands on the knees, closing the eyes, or just having a soft gaze down. Let's just take a deep breath to start with. And again, it's always, our brain might be telling us all the things that we should be doing, we could be doing. So again, just noticing that, if that's coming up for you. I'm just starting to notice what it feels like to sit up here today, to sit. Maybe noticing the points where your body is making contact with the ground, contact with itself, whether that be your hands on your knees. And just noticing the rhythm of the breath. Noticing maybe, are you breathing into your shoulders? Are you noticing those shoulders coming up? And just letting those shoulders sort of roll back and down away from the ears. Just noticing the rate of the breath. How deep is it? We're going to just place one hand on our chest now, one hand on our tummy. And you can keep the eyes closed, or you can open them. And just for the next few breath cycles, again, really noticing where is that breath going. Often when we're anxious, we're going to be breathing into our chest, using our shoulders more. And this is our body trying to help us, our body trying to get more oxygen. And we can help our body too by helping it ground, trying to breathe into our tummy. So on your next inhale, let's really try and sort of expand and breathe into that tummy. And if you've never really done this before, that might feel strange. As you exhale, let that tummy come in. So inhaling again, breathing into the tummy, hold, and then letting go. Noticing if we're breathing into that chest still, and this takes practice. If this is the first time you're doing this sort of tummy breathing or diaphragmatic breathing, it can feel really strange. You can sort of think, my gosh, do I even know how to breathe anymore? You do. Your body knows how to breathe. Let's do a few more. So inhaling, really thinking about filling the lungs all the way to the bottom, pushing that tummy. And then as you exhale, Empty all that air out. Inhaling again. And exhaling. Last one here. And exhaling. And let's just allow that breath now just to return to wherever normal pace it is. Let's just bring those hands back to the knees. We're going to start to just sort of slowly move the chest over towards that left knee, coming a little bit forward, over to the right, and all the way back, and coming forwards again via that left knee, rolling round, over to the right side, then coming back. Last time going round here. Nice and slow. And then coming back to center. We're going to go the other way now. So coming over towards that right knee, coming forwards. Then exhaling. So coming back. Inhaling forwards. Exhaling back. Inhaling and exhaling. One more. I'm sorry, wasn't counting. And exhale. Fantastic. We're going to just bring those arms up. So again, as we're inhaling, bringing them up. And exhale, bringing them down. And if you've got any shoulder issues, maybe just bringing them up to a T. And as you exhale, just down. Again, working with your body. Don't push. Don't hurt yourself. Inhale and exhaling down. Inhaling, maybe looking up. And exhale, coming down. Inhaling and exhale, coming down. We're going to place that left hand just a little bit further away from our body on the ground, and maybe then bringing that right arm up. You get that side body stretch here. And coming over, letting that right hand come down to the ground and over. Breathing in here to that side body, all here. Often when we're lacking confidence, we've got that doubt, we're going into that protective mode, so we're often really closing over. So the idea of this practice, we're really trying to roll those shoulders back and open up that chest. Let's come onto all fours now. So if you do got to have a block handy, we'll just put that over to the side. I'm going to start just to continue get that movement happening in that chest. We're going to come into our cat-cow. So we're going to have our palms on the ground, about shoulder width apart. We're going to have the knees under the hips, hip distance apart. And as we inhale, we're looking up. And exhale, arching that back, tucking that tummy in, looking at that belly button. Inhale, coming forwards. And exhale. Inhale here. And exhale. Last time. And exhaling. We're going to come back onto our knees. And we're going to interlace our fingers behind our bottom, coming down. So again, here we're really trying to just open up that chest. So really trying to keep that chest open, maybe lifting the chin a little bit. And again, really trying to breathe into that chest. Maybe notice what this feels like. Does this feel strange, different, strange, anything? Again, just noticing. And let's let go. Let's just hug those shoulders over, hands over the shoulders. Notice even just this position that might feel safer. You know, we seek that fetal position when we're feeling sad, overwhelmed. Release it, other side. Just stretching out that back, the opposite. Want to get that balance. And we're just going to slowly interlace those fingers again. If you can, remember which thumb was maybe on top last time. See if you can swap it so that it might feel a bit funny. And again, trying to sort of push those fingers down. Maybe the palms don't have to touch. They can more be in like a square position. And again, just really trying to breathe into that chest. All right, let's let that go. Fantastic. We're going to, if you're on your knees still here with me, just bring that right foot forward and we're just going to step into that, lean into that right foot. Here we're really trying to open up through that hip there. Nice deep breaths here. Excellent. Coming forwards, let's place that left hand just sort of, still sort of shoulder width distance, but next to the hand. And then just twisting ever so much over, looking over that right shoulder. Coming back to center, allowing the other hand to come down on the ground. Let's just rock back, coming back onto that, the weight into that left knee, straightening out that front leg, but still keeping that nice soft bend in that right leg there. Inhaling and exhaling. And let's just bring that knee back to meet the other one. Let's step that left foot forward now. It's coming into that, the right hip now. Again, noticing what does this feel like? And let's place that right hand now down onto the ground so that it's shoulder width distance away from that left hand, and maybe just looking over that left shoulder. Breathing into this twist here. All right. Letting the left hand come down on the ground too, and just allowing that weight to transfer back over the right knee now, straightening out that left leg, but still keeping that nice bend there. We don't want to overstretch that hamstring. Really trying to keep that back nice and straight. There can be that temptation to sort of often like arch to try and reach the foot. We're not going for the foot. That's not the aim here. We're trying to, again, keep that chest nice and open. So noticing if there's that closing over, can you sort of try and keep that chest open? Alrighty, let's bring that back. We're going to come up to a little bit of a standing pose now. Nice wide-legged fold here. We are going to actually come back into, again, that nice hands behind the back. So just, again, interlacing those fingers. And again, thinking about sort of bringing that chest really open. Maybe bringing the chin up ever so slightly, looking up. And I mean, this just screams confidence. This can feel really open, might feel a bit vulnerable. Hopefully you're somewhere safe. Maybe you're with somebody. Sort of feel like a bit of a superhero pose almost. Big deep breaths here. And then we're going to come forward. And so again, keeping a nice soft bend in those legs, the knees. We don't need to lock them out. Just coming forward. And that might be a little bit today, or just coming as far forward as is comfortable for you. And if you want to, like, allow sort of opening that up, maybe bringing the hands down up behind you, allowing the head just to fold down. Deep breath here. And just letting all the blood go in a different direction. And even just thinking about if there's anything that has been weighing you down. Can you let go of that? Anything that's holding you back? And let's really gently, so not trying to do any like slingshot, just relax the hands and maybe bringing them down, maybe to the floor or to the hips. Or you can always have a chair in front of you as well. And again, just in that motion of just that letting go of the hands. Is there anything that you can let go of, whether that be a belief maybe that you hold, whether that be a thing you think you should be doing. Let's just be here, just breathing, maybe bringing that attention to what it feels again like to be in this pose, to have your head down. Okay, if you do have your hands on the ground, let's maybe bring them back to the hips, softening through those knees and using that core to really come up. Nice and slow here, just allowing again that blood that's all been moving. Just let it move. Let's bring those legs a little bit closer in. We're going to finish with a little bit of a star, always one of my favorites. So again, we're just going to really try and think about taking up space. So this can be done either in a balancing pose if you want to, or you can keep both feet on the ground. So if you are ready to feel like you want to do a little bit of balance, feeling like you've moved around a little bit, let's think about really engaging that core, balancing on that left foot. Again, we don't want to lock out on it, okay? It's there. We're allowed to have that movement. You might need to sway and adjust, and our body stabilizes best when we allow it to have that space to move. So let's maybe bring those right toes off the ground. Point those toes, go on, and let's just bring those arms out, really trying to just think about taking up as much space as you can, and that you are allowed to take up space. So let's stretch. And if there's movement, that's fine. You're not meant to be still. And let's bring it in. Woo, shake it off. Fantastic. Okay, coming on to that right side. So let's put that right foot down. Getting ready again. So thinking, okay, got my core, right leg, right foot's on the ground. Feel those toes pushing down. Let's point those left toes. Again, if you need a bit of balance and that toe comes down, that's what the ground's for. Let's reach out again, taking up space. You're fantastic. You're here. You deserve space. And keep breathing. Notice if you're holding your breath in these balancing poses. And coming back. Whew, shaking it out. Fantastic. Fantastic. Okay. We're going to close. We're coming to come back into a seated position just to sort of have a moment to reflect, I guess. But that's really most of the work done. Good job. So if you do want to come back, I'm just in a hero's pose. You can be in a cross-legged pose too if this doesn't really serve your knees. You can always have a block too. That can really help. Just give a bit of, bring that ground up to you. So just notice as we finish our practice, how you're feeling. What was it like to move your body today? You've got the hands maybe on the thighs. Just notice what that feels like. Notice that rhythm of the breath. All right, well, thanks so much for joining me. Have a fantastic day. if this gave you a little bit of a confidence boost, or maybe even had a little bit of fun or a laugh, or if there's any poses or any practices that you would like to see in this space, please feel free to comment. I'll be trying to upload much more content in the coming weeks. So hopefully I'll see you again soon. And yeah, thanks so much for joining Bella's yoga room. So yeah, bye.